Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the Wemby specials.
You are Locked On Spurs, your daily San Antonio Spurs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome back to Locked On Spurs right here on the Locked On NBA Network. I'm your host, Jeff Garcia, Spurs beat writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Glad to have y'all back. TGIF, everybody, happy Friday. Hope you're all having a great end of the work week and getting ready for that weekend that's just right around the corner. As always, thank you for making Locked On Spurs your first listen every single day. Free and available wherever you get podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Ken's 5 Plus app, YouTube. The list goes on and on. Pick a platform. We are there. What are we talking about today? We're going to be looking at some Wemby specials. Yeah, you can be taking the over on several Wemby categories. If you have not heard, FanDuel, one of our partners here at Locked On Network, has released an entire section dedicated to Wemby and what he can do next season when it comes to either dropping a quad dub, recording 50 or more points. See where I'm going at? We're going to be looking at all the specials, and we're going to be asking our panel. Yes, I said panel. They're going to be taking the over and under. We're going to be joined by Jack Thompson, formerly of San Antonio Sports Star, and Sweep the League's very own Rudy Campos. They are here. I hope they're betting, guys. I hope they're betting. Hope they don't have scared money. You know that phrase, you got to have, scared money don't make money. We're going to see if they actually have some very, very courageous money to take some of these Wemby specials. Going to bring them on. Let's see, where are those knuckleheads? There they are. See him on your screen right there. Right below me is Jack Thompson. Y'all know him. He's frequent guest here, dropping the 3 goggles. And right next to me, and apparently, Jack, we might collect a bounty because it looks like Mr. Rudy there is wanted. He has a wanted poster on him.
Well, honestly, if you guys can find me and catch me, they're paying by the pound. So that's like a couple $1 million right there.
He is with Sweep the League. He is Rudy Campos, and he's going to be talking about his show later on this episode of Locked On Spurs. Guys, the streets are telling me that y'all have scared money when it comes to some Wemby specials. Is that true, Jack?
Nah, scared money, never me. No, definitely not.
I know Rudy does not have scared money.
Mm.
You talk about betting on your show, Sweep the League, once in a while. You love talking about bets, taking the over and under. Are you a betting guy, Rudy?
Yeah, I actually am. Hope the IRS isn't listening, but yeah, I am a betting guy for sure. There's no doubt about that.
But anyway, guys, thank y'all for taking some time out to record here on Locked On Spurs, and y'all saw it. FanDuel has released Wemby specials. Yes, they an entire section dedicated to Wemby. Now, this is not uncommon. Last season, Wemby's rookie season, DraftKings, FanDuel, I mean, they all had them. But this time, FanDuel went a step further and really put out some betting odds lines, scenarios that Wemby could or could not do, like dropping a rare quad dub. So we're going to dive into that. Will Jack, will Rudy take the over under? Will they put their money on it? And then we're going to be just talking about Wemby in general, whether he has the ability to knock out these, goals, or these feats on the court. So let's go and start it off here. Again, these are Wemby specials betting odds. We'll see if Jack and Rudy have scared money or they don't have scared money. To start off with the first one, I'm going to start off with you, Rudy. According to FanDuel, Victor Wembanyama to record a quad double in any game this upcoming season at a plus 1,500. You got scared money on that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, betting wise, I'm probably not going to take those odds. I'm not going to make a bet on that. But I mean, if I have Jeff Garcia money and I've got a couple hundred laying around just for a rainy day, I would honestly put a couple $100 on that. I mean, the possibilities are there. He's going to have it in points. Obviously, rebounds, he can get there with blocks. We saw multiple times where he had double-digit blocks. Then you're looking at another category where could it be assist? I feel this year maybe his assists might be down a little bit more than last year. So you may not see a whole bunch of 9-10 assists a game from Wemby, but the possibilities are there. I think of a quadruple double. I don't know if I would take it this season, to be honest. That's just my opinion on that one.
All right. Did we detect some scared money on that, Jack? What about you?
Hey, at the 1,500 odds, I mean, I kind of like that bet. I would throw a little future down on that. No problem. Yeah. I think Wemby, he's got all the talent in the world to do it. But where it lies, I mean, it's definitely the assists, and we have shown that we're not a fantastic open spot up three shooting team. So therein lies the rub there for sure, because most of Wemby's assists do come out of the double team. So it's a difficult one. I think we'll be better shooting team. So I think the possibility of that is greater than it was last season. But yeah, it's still a risky bet. I mean, the quad dub, like we all know, has only been done a couple times in the history of the NBA. So
Yep.
it would be insane for Wemby to do it, but he's got all the talent to do so. So yeah, I would throw a little something on that.
Yeah, I'm taking that bet. I think he's going to get a quad dub. He got so close last year. I think he recorded about 4 triple dubs. And as far as getting close to a quad dub, he got there twice. He got real close. I think he was off by 5 blocks or something like that. It was something like that. I think he's going to do it this way with points, rebounds, blocks, and I'm going to get steals in there. I think I'm going to get steals. Yeah, I think he's going to get the steals.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one. Yeah. Hey, look, Alvin Robertson did it, but Alvin Robertson was just a menace on defense, and Wemby is a menace on defense too. His length, his wingspan, I think he's going to disrupt things, and I really believe he's going to get a quad dub. Rudy, are you surprised he didn't get one last season? Because he got close a few times.
I actually, I'm not surprised he didn't get one. I wasn't really expecting it. I saw you said how he close was coming to one, possibly 2 times throughout the year where he had the opportunity to. But, last year was more of a sense of getting a feel for the game. It's kind of like in the quarterback in the NFL when you're coming out hot, they have a whole year to defend for you, to get some schemes and stuff. And that's going to kind of be what it is for the NBA. They're going to know how to exactly play Wemby, know some of his strengths, know a lot of his weaknesses. So last year, I'm not so surprised he didn't get it. I'd be surprised if he actually got it this season, to be honest with you.
All right, there you have it. I'm taking that bet. I believe, Jack, you are taking that bet as well. And Rudy got scared. Rudy's got scared money, everybody.
Well, no, I'm throwing all my money to another category. So my money's not scared. Okay. I find another category that I actually like.
Well, let's go and jump into the next category via FanDuel. Again, they have some Wemby special betting odds. And the next one is Wemby to score 50-plus points in any regular season game this upcoming season. Jack, what about you? Got scared money on that?
No, I'm taking that for sure. I mean, after what we saw Wemby do in the Olympics, the confidence he's rolling in with. Yeah. I mean, we saw him get fairly close to that in his rookie season. So yeah, I would definitely put some money down on Wemby getting a 50 burger. I definitely see that as being very, very possible.
Well, Jack, his career high is 40 points.
Exactly. And he's right there already. So
he's right there. Rudy, I think you're going to take this bet, but what do you think how much of a factor is Chris Paul in that helping Wemby get to that 50 plus point mark this upcoming season?
Yeah, you're a mind reader, because that's where I was going with there. Yeah. With Chris Paul getting to 50 points for Wembanyama is a lot easier said. This coming season, he's going to be able to do a lot of pick and rolls with Chris Paul. I mean, you're going to be able to put him in positions to where he can succeed more with a point guard like Chris Paul. So 50 points in any regular season game on those odds. I'm not saying I'm going to bet the house on that one, but I'm definitely betting all the cars and the 401ks that I have. So yeah, for me, that's almost a guarantee right there.
Yeah, I think that's a gimme bet. He's going to get 50 or more. There's no doubt. He got Chris Paul in there, and Trey Jones is backing him up. So it's not really much of a drop off as far as facilitating at the point guard spot. Maybe Stephon Castle factors in that as far as feeding him the ball. But I really think it's just the CP3 factors. It's got to be. And also, let's face it, too. Now, you got teams that are going to be keying on him, maybe double, triple teaming him, likely get some easy points at the free throw line if they're just hacking him. So I really believe that's kind of a gimme, but we'll see. Vegas knows all. We don't know what will they do. I mean, they know all. They predicted 22 wins last year. I don't know anybody else in this panel predicted 22 wins last year. I don't think so. I think it was maybe Rudy Campos did that.
I stumbled across 22 wins before last season. So yeah, I should get an reward for that, Jeff. It was on your show, so I should get some kind of bonus on that.
Yeah, I think you do. All right, let's go to the next Wemby special betting odds here. Yeah, but first, I want to talk to you about FanDuel. You heard us talk a lot about FanDuel. Why? Because it's in America's #1 sports book. Well, we all have a little bit of something different today, and I think you're going to like it. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get themselves a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. You heard that right. That is a great deal. You better jump on that right now. Then with the YouTube TV base plan, you better watch every single regular season Sunday afternoon out of market game. You just need a Google account, current form of payment. You can cancel at any time. It gets even better, right? Get that deal right done right now. And if that's not enough, be sure to check out FanDuel's Profit Boost in the app and use it for FanDuel's double your winnings for all of Sunday 9:15 pregame moneyline bets. Profit Boost will be live starting Thursday, September 12th. View your account page now to learn more about your boost. You want to go to fanduel.com right now. Go to fanduel.com, America's #1 sportsbook. Talked about eBay Motors, passion, drive, and patience. That is the winning formula for winning titles. It also helps keep your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, they got it. Need LED headlights, so much more. They got that as well. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your #1 ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with the eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, you're not going to be burning cash. With all the parts you need at the prices that you want, it's easy to make your car into the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. That's ebaymotors.com. Go there right now. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit is only available to U.S. customers. Go to ebaymotors.com.
A Jedi uses the Force. To subscribe to Locked On Spurs, pass on what you have learned.
All right, Rudy, I'll stay with you. Victor to score 55 points or more in any regular season game this upcoming season. You taking that?
Yeah, I'm taking that. Again, that's another one that I'm taking on the scoring panel. We're talking about 82 games where he's going to play majority of them. Again, the Chris Paul factor makes a huge, huge difference. You're not going to see a whole lot of double teams, especially with Harrison Barnes there, him spotting up in the corner. So, I mean, you're going to get Victor freed up a lot more this season with the veterans that he has in the starting five. We're assuming Barnes and Paul will be in the starting five. So, 55 is another one that I'm definitely taking. I'm laying down the money with no problem on that.
All right. Well, Jack, that 55-point scoring game for Wemby is at a plus 650. You taking that bet?
Yeah, I mean, 5 points between 50 and 55. Yeah, I'll easily take Wemby to make 2 more shots and get to 55. Yeah, like we've all been saying, Chris Paul, he's a table setter. He's going to get Wemby easy buckets, either, leading from an assist or going into a foul. It should, in theory, land Wemby an easy, I would say, hopefully 10 more points a game just by having Chris Paul, something around that. Just from the lobs, the pick and rolls, the pick and pop, the free pass to the foul, all that sort of stuff factored in there. Yeah, I definitely think that he might have multiple opportunities to get around that much this year. So yeah, I would definitely take him to get one.
A couple things, guys, and I'll stay with you, Jack. This team does not have outside shooting. Can you look at the roster and say, yep, there's our deadly threat right there. He is Mr. Consistent. He's going to knock that long ball. He's going to knock down that 3 ball. You can't even say that for multiple guys. You can't say that for Sohan. You can't say that for Trey Jones. Maybe not Chris Paul. You still got Barnes and Vassell, sure. But you think that might inhibit him from really racking up some points as far as, passing it out to a guy, maybe dumps it back in. I just feel the lack of shooting may just affect Wemby and not just scoring, but on all categories and all stats.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that affecting him a little bit, but I think Wemby's greatness outweighs our lack of shooting. And we saw last year we were an even worse shooting team than we're projected to be this year, and Wemby really didn't have any problem scoring then. I mean, like you said, he got to 40 points, and that was basically by every bucket being created on his own power. So now with, Trey Jones getting a lot of minutes, Chris Paul getting the majority, he's got two floor generals, facilitators out on the court that will constantly be looking to give him easy buckets. I don't really see that being a factor in him not being able to score as much. If anything, it would be maybe towards the assist totals, because I just don't think there's really much you can do to slow Wemby down in the long run.
Yeah, if anything, that's probably hurt his quad dub chances, with the assists, as y'all mentioned. Rudy, real quick, that Wemby to score 50 or more points, it's set at a plus 130. Does that change your mind, or are you still taking that bet?
No, I mean, to me, that's the way I feel about it. I don't want to say necessarily it's easy money, but it's there for the taking. I mean, that's something that I know Vegas is going to expect a lot of people to put money on. That's why the odds on it are relatively low. I mean, it's going to happen at the 50 points per for a game this season. So yeah, I mean, the plus 130 doesn't matter to me. I'm going to lay down money on that anyway.
Hey, Jack, would you lay down any money on Rudy getting 5 points in a game?
5 points in a game.
What are the odds?
Is this 40 minutes? He's got the
plus
green 10,000.
Oh wow.
He has a green light.
He's got a green light and he's running all 40. I bet he could get 2 open threes in there. 40 minutes, unlimited shots. Yeah.
Rudy,
I bet
are you
he
gonna
could
get
make 2 threes.
You gonna get your scoring in the paint or outside?
I played a lot in the paint until I got to Central. Then I was kind of, put on the outside on the perimeter. I begged Coach Boteo at the time to let me play in the point, but it didn't really happen. I mean, at the paint, but it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a Charles Barkley guy. I just throw elbows and just get out in the paint, get dirty. So you're giving me what, 4 points? Is that what you said, or 5 points?
Yeah, 4 points. 5 points. 5 points. Sorry, 5 points.
5 points. And you're giving me 10,000 plus 10,000 odds. I mean, everybody needs to take that bet. That's easy money right there. I can get that probably within the next first 10 minutes of the game.
We're going to continue our chat about the Wemby specials. We're joined by Jack Thompson. Make sure to follow him on X at Jack_Thompson33 and Mr. Rudy Campos at Sweep the League. All right, let's continue our chat about the Wemby specials, guys. All right, we got the first 3. By the way, why does it feel like this is a sucker bet so far? It feels like a sucker bet. It's just so Vegas knows all, guy, and I'm getting a little nervous about this. All right, the next one is via FanDuel again. Victor Wembanyama to score 60 or more points in any regular game this upcoming season. Those odds are set at 2,500 plus 25. Rudy, how you feeling about that? Are you looking at your cash right now saying, yeah, we go, let it ride? What are you doing?
So for the hardship you were giving me about the quad double, this is where I put all my money on at the 60 plus points, because you're getting plus 2,500 on this. Now, 60 points, if you were talking 1990s basketball, I would there's no possible way he gets that.
Yeah.
But in this day and age of basketball, where foul calls are basically if you're breathing on a player and, there's no hand check, nothing like that, I really fully believe I would put a whole lot of money down on the 60 plus points in at least one game. Again, the Chris Paul factor makes a massive amount of difference. I mean, you're going to have a game where a lot of these teams are not going to be able to, defend him because of his size. So a smart player like Chris Paul makes it a lot easier. But, at the same time, too, 60 plus in a game, it's not every night that it happens. But when it comes to betting in 82 games, it just has to happen one night. I'd rather take my chances on it happening one night out of 82 games. So I'm putting a lot of money on this because the odds are great, and I feel really confident about it.
Yeah. Streets are saying, Jack, you got scared money on this one. What are you feeling? This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you're thinking about giving online therapy a try, look no further than looking at BetterHelp. Look, sometimes life can get in the way. You got kids going back to school. You forget things that make you happy. Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder, because your, in this case, back to school time can, it can weigh on you. You can forget how to take care of yourself. Obviously, therapy is not just for trauma. It's also for good times. So if you're having good things, you want to keep that going. Online therapy can help you. That's where BetterHelp steps in. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire. You get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Learn positive coping skills. Set boundaries. Do what empowers you to be the best version of yourself. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/LockedOnNBA today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/LockedOnNBA. Hey, I want to talk to you about Muslinger's Drive-Thru Coffee San Antonio. Go there right now, 2404 Thousand Oaks Drive, located at the 281 and 1604 area. Open every single day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You need a coffee, you need a latte, you need a cold brew, you need a lightning bolt drink, more on that in a few seconds. What about mini donuts? Check out their menu. It is awesome. It's so many items on there, you'll lose your mind, and that's a good thing because they'll have everything you need to quench your thirst. They are a proud local sponsor of Locked On Spurs, proud community member right here in San Antonio, giving San Antonio the best drinks in the city. So they have the Lightning Bolt series. That's just drinks that'll help you supercharge your day or get you through it or just kickstart it. And you'll be 100% in no time. But just a heads up, they're going to be using Lotus Energy. That's 7 power plant extracts into those drinks. That gives them flexibility to create new drinks. But if you want Red Bull, you just got to tell them and they'll make a Lightning Bolt drink with Red Bull. By the way, try the Alien. I think you know who that's about, right? Victor Wembanyama. Again, the Lightning Bolt series is one of my favorites. You got to go there right now. Follow them on social media at Muslinger SATX. 2404 Thousand Oaks Drive, open every single day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Muslingers, because life is too short for bland coffee.
No, I mean, hey, I rode with 50. I rode with 55. Yeah, I'm going to ride with 60. Like you said, 1 out of 82 shot. There's definitely going to be a game, early November before Christmas. The NBA season's not really rolling yet. Little Wednesday night game and let's see, where would we say? Who doesn't have a big
Brooklyn?
yeah,
Brooklyn, he might drop
yeah,
on Brooklyn.
little Wednesday night game in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
late November. No one's really there. Yeah, I mean, I could see Wemby totally going in and he gets 10 lobs. He goes to the line 15 times.
Yeah.
He's got 40 points just off of that. Like, it's bound to happen with everything Wemby can do on the court. One of
Yeah.
those nights where he's just knocked down from 3, seeing nothing but the bottom of the net. Definitely anticipating games like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would definitely lay some money down on the 60 points. Like you said, doesn't happen every night,
Yeah.
but we have seen, some random NBA
Yeah.
explosions. I
Yeah.
mean, we got one on the team now, probably with the most random 50-point game ever in the league, Mr. Malachi Flynn. If he can do it, then I think Wemby can absolutely get that and more. So yeah, I'm definitely giving Wemby
Yeah.
a 1 out of 82 shot to get 60 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, this feels like sucker's bet again. So far, all these bets, they feel too easy. Man, I'm getting a little nervous. You think something's up? You think
Well,
something's up?
well, Vegas knows all. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So, I mean, they're basically baiting a lot of people into this 60 plus point
Yeah.
for a game. I totally get it. They're gonna probably make the people are gonna make a lot of bets on this one, and I don't know. I mean, is it a sucker's bet? I think if you're a betting man, you do realize this is
Mhm.
a sucker's bet, but that's why you don't bet the house on it. You bet just enough to get you a really good payday, but to where the other half doesn't really kick you out of the house and
Yeah.
put you on the couch or something. So, sucker's bet maybe, but definitely a bet that everybody should be taking at those odds.
Yeah. This is for and either you guys. You want to chime in or go ahead? Feel free. But do you think we'll experience another stumbling out of the blocks as far as adapting to Wemby again? We saw that last year, rookie season Wemby. The team didn't really get cooking with him till maybe All-Star breakish, and then they started really getting going with him. You think we'll see another stumbling out of the blocks as far as this guy? How we're going to get used to him? Will CP3 have to go to that? Will Harrison Barnes and Malachi Flynn? What do you think of that? Do you think we'll see that again? Whoever wants to chime in.
I can let Jack go first on this.
Yeah, go Jack.
I
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't really think there's going to be much stumbling out of the block.
Yeah.
And we those guys, they had a full season to get used to him.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, the point guard, he's fine. You can roll him out with any five, and he'll be able to lead the team as well as possible. Harrison Barnes, seasoned vet, played with players the caliber of Wemby, like Steph, Clay at some point when he was in his prime. I mean, he's been with De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, and he's played with NBA superstars, so he knows how to fit into his role and adapt his game to other players. So no, I don't think there'll be much of a stumbling out of the gate with the team as a whole. The really thing is, I just expect the adjustment period for Stephon Castle's really that all I'm banking on. Besides that, I don't think there'll be much of a problem.
No. What about you, Rudy? You think no problem? Shouldn't be maybe a small adjustment? I mean, how you feeling?
The adjustment part, I'm not seeing too much of a problem with that. Like we've been saying with the veterans, with Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, there's really no adjustment needed. These guys are true professionals. They're good at their positions as well. So I think they'll be fine coming in to San Antonio. But when you look at the schedule, I believe 3 out of the first 10 games are against playoff teams or 500, basically 500 teams. I think Houston's in there a couple of times. So. Stumbling out of the gates, I look at it as you might see for the first 10 games, you could possibly see, at best case scenario, maybe 6-4 out the gates, which isn't a bad start to me. I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see 4-6, maybe 5-5 coming out the gate. So if that's stumbling, then I'm taking that pretty much all day to start the season. But I mean, I don't expect them to come out as world beaters, especially, with Dallas being opening night, Houston on back-to-back, then you got Oklahoma City. So that's kind of a tough stretch right there for the first 4 games of the season.
Yeah. The Spurs' schedule does not start off on the right foot. Got some heavy hitters to start off again, and on the road to start the season. And then, as you mentioned, Rudy, the pair of Houston games at the Frost. But I don't see too much of an adjustment. I think if anything, if you do see like a Castle kind of stumbling, I can see Pop pulling him out. Like you get out. I don't expect any type of experiments a la Jeremy Sohan. I mean, there shouldn't be any experiments. I don't want to see. Let's try Stephon Castle at the 5. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't want to see that at all next upcoming season. But I don't think so. I think this team is hungry. They ended last season on a positive note. They talked about developing more chemistry. Devin Vassell wants to work with Wemby. I think everybody wants to work with Wemby. Obviously, he's job security in San Antonio. If you're anybody not named Wemby on the roster, we'll see. We'll see exactly. All right, now it's going to get really tough here. We'll see if they got scared money, everybody. FanDuel says Victor Wembanyama to record 25-plus rebounds. 25-plus rebounds in any game this upcoming season. The odds are, I'm a little surprised by this, are set at plus 800. Rudy, how you feeling on this one?
Since
Plus
rebounding
25 rebounds, yeah.
Well, since rebounding was one of the things I had him needing to work on coming into the NBA, I'm going to say that I'm definitely not laying any money on the 25-plus rebounds. I look at, everybody gets it. You're super, super duper tall, but that doesn't really mean that you're going to be a great rebounder. You got to put yourself still in positions. You still got a frail body in a way, your body's really not big. So you're going to get pushed around a little bit. So 25-plus rebounds in a game, I'm kind of staying away from that one. I wouldn't put any money on that one.
Jack, Victor, total highest rebounding game last year was 20. And that was on March 29th and December 8th. 20 rebounds, plus 800 for him to score, to rebound 25 or more. How you feeling on this one, Jack?
It's tough. I know Wemby, he had those rebounding bursts for sure, but he wasn't a super prolific rebounder as a rookie. He had some great nights, but I mean, I do think he can definitely get 25 plus rebounds, but it's going to have to come on a night where the other team is just not feeling it from beyond the arc or just shooting wise, because Wemby plays so much on the perimeter on offense. and he's the focal point of the offense, meaning he's taking, majority of the shots. The opportunity for offensive rebounds kind of shrinks because he's just not in the paint nearly as much. And it's hard to rebound your own shot at a good rate.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm going to stay away from this one. I do think he can do it, but I just don't know if the chances are as great as him,
Yeah.
putting up 50 or 55. 25 rebounds is a lot. I mean, I would say
Yeah.
people score in the 50s probably more often than people grab 25 boards in the NBA. So I think I would also tend to lean away from this one.
Yeah. I ain't scared. I'm gonna put some money on that. I ain't scared. I'm taking that one. He's just 5 more rebounds, and then we're forgetting that according to him, he added about 5 to 8 pounds of muscle on him. So I think that will help. I'm taking it. He's always talked about, and all Euro players talk about how the NBA is easier to play in. I think the spacing's a lot friendlier for him. There's not that many bigs right now that could probably, oof, rebound as better as him. I can't see that. I think Wemby can get 25 rebounds, just 5 more rebounds a game. He's gonna probably play more minutes. Remember, he was kind of on a light minutes restrictions to start the season. Last year, I think they're gonna just unleash him. I can definitely see that. It's just the one thing that concerns me though when it comes to his 25 plus rebound projection, or at least future bet via FanDuel, is the attention he's gonna get. Rudy, do you think he's going to get even more attention this year? Like we could see perhaps triple teams on the regular, just really swarming him.
Yeah, especially if you have well, I hate to say it, but if you have a crappy lineup on the floor, yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
see a lot more triple teams. You're always, as a coach, you're always wanting, other people to beat you better than the main guy. Now you can focus and say, "We'll let Victor beat us, and we have to stop everybody else." But in this situation, you're more scared of what Victor can do to your team than you are of everybody that surrounds him. So that's why you may see some triple teams when it comes. I mean, you may even see some type of zone, defense
Yeah.
being played to kind of keep him out of the paint, which I was surprised we didn't see a whole lot of that last year. I mean, yeah, you can't play zone on the NBA and defensive side, but you can kind of twerk it a little bit to where you can make it happen. But
Yeah.
I fully expect to see maybe some triple teams this year. And, the rebounding thing, it's just so hard. He doesn't have Moses Malone, Dennis Rodman type of characteristic on the rebounding side. So that's why for me, like I said, the 25 plus, it's just super, super hard to take that.
Yeah. Jack, we're seeing I mentioned a little while ago how there may not be that many bigs that can really, really go at him as far as hitting him, boxing him out, and everything. I mean, you Joel Embiid, your usual suspects, Joker, sure, but we're seeing kind of the rise of the big man once again, just in the rookie class that's coming in right now. Zach Edey, Klingon, of course Wemby. Then there's Chet. Are we shifting to that now? Is we starting to see the era of the newly skilled, big, super tall Wemby like guys that are coming into the NBA?
Yeah, I mean everyone's definitely searching for that unicorn type
Yeah.
player. I mean, while Wemby and Chet are big human beings, in terms of like true NBA position, they're really wings. I mean, they're ball
Mhm.
handling, shooting, playmaking, forwards. Now Klingon and Edie are, big man centers in every sense of the word, back to the basket,
Mhm.
hit you with some post moves, stuff like that. I don't know if we're seeing a full on comeback with that. I think with everyone trying to find the unicorn, that you're going to need a unicorn stopper, someone that can clog the paint, rebound, and block shots. And I think there's a big place for that in the league, especially with Joel Embiid and Joker also being, top 5 in the league, and they're both centers as well. You need someone on your team that can, try to go in and negate what they can do. But
Right.
I wouldn't go to as far to say that, we're making a run back at, the 90s big man style of basketball. I don't see that coming back, but I definitely think there is a place in the league for, true big men that thrive just dunking, rebounding, and playing defense.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go see how the guys feel when it comes to the final Wemby special betting odds via FanDuel. This is a good one. Start off. I'll stay with you, Jack, here. According to FanDuel, they're setting the odds at a plus 1,800 that Wemby will record 6 plus triple dubs during the 24-25 reg season. How you feeling? Are you like this right now? Are you like this right now? Saying like you put it down, huh?
Put that down easy. Yes, that's definitely. I see him getting more than 6. I mean, he's gonna flirt with them on a nightly basis, just points, rebounds, and blocks. I absolutely think he's gonna get more than 6 triple doubles. No doubt about that in my mind.
Rudy, you look concerned. You look a little worried. You look worried. I believe he recorded about 4 triple doubles last year. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure the listeners will correct me quite fast. But he did get about 3 or 4 last season. Now 6 or more. How are you feeling? How you feeling? You're at the sports betting box right now in Vegas right now. You're seeing it up there. You're talking to the tellers right in front of you. She's right there.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna lay money, but I'm gonna be hesitant at first because I think his number is 6. So if it's got to be more than 6 on the according to FanDuel, then that's kind of where the hesitation is. I think he gets to 6. I don't see 6 plus, like 7 or more. So I'm laying the money down because the odds are in my favor. 1,800 is a really great payout. So I would definitely take the bet. But I've got him right at 6. So it's kind of where I'm the hesitant part. That's kind of why I look a little like, I don't know if I want to. But for those odds, I mean, if it was any lower, like, plus 1,000, plus 900, then I'm probably not going to lay the money down because I think 6 is where he's going to be capped at when it comes to triple doubles. But at 1,800, I'm going to lay the money down.
Hey, Jack, are you also factoring in for this bet the CP3 effect as well?
Yeah, I mean, I just think points are going to come at a premium for Wemby. He's not going to have to worry about that. I think with him getting more minutes a game, blocks and rebounds they're just going to flow towards him, especially blocks. I mean, you add 10 more minutes of game time to Wemby, that's what at least 20 more 20 more opportunities for a block or a rebound. So I definitely think he's going to get more than 6 this year for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's going to get that 6 or more trip dubs next year. I think they might be on the regular, Jack.
Yeah.
I think it would not be surprised if you look at Wemby's week 1 and you look at all the games he played in week 1 or whatever, week 10, week 12, whatever it is. He had 4. Oh, he had 5. Okay, that's not a big deal. That's going to be commonplace. And that's what's scary about Wemby. I'll go with you, Rudy, is that some of these categories that we went through for these specials, nobody would be shocked. I don't think anybody would be shocked. Oh, he got a quad dub? Okay, yeah, saw that coming. Oh, he got 25 or more rebounds? Sure, why not? I mean, that's how much of a unicorn isn't he, Rudy?
Yeah, I mean, everything that you're seeing on FanDuel, betting whatever for anywhere it's not, uncommon. It's almost expected that he's going to hit majority, of these categories. Now, some are way out there. Like I think one just to say was like, 15 assists in a game or something like that, 10 plus threes. Yeah. I mean, those are kind of like, okay, that's more than likely not going to happen. But on a lot of them that we talked about, it's more than likely going to happen, for majority of them because it's kind of expected. And, the thing with me on the blocks part is we saw him, being able to block multiple times, like 10 plus blocks in games. And, that's one thing to point at. But from a coaching standpoint, if I'm coaching basketball and I see Wemby going into second year because of the bigs that you have, like a Joel Embiid, Jokic, your guard play in the league is by far, the best right now when it comes to wing players. So keeping him away from the basket to get those opportunities for blocks is something that I would do. So parking my big guy out on the perimeter, knowing that Jokic can still knock down a 3, Embiid can still knock down a 3. A lot of these centers can shoot the ball from the perimeter. That to me would limit his opportunity for blocks on the defensive side of the ball. So it just depends on how these coaches are going to scheme for him to see if a lot of these categories hit as far as like triple doubles, quadruples, all that stuff.
Yeah. Now, just I'm glad you brought that up, Rudy. Yeah, just to be clear, everybody, we could be here for a long time, but time permitting, we couldn't right now because we got to keep these kind of short. But there are a lot of Wemby specials going on, from blocks to made threes to assists and whatnot. So you brought it up, Rudy. We'll just throw a little quick bonus there. Jack, get your thoughts on this as well. According to FanDuel, look at the blocks here. Wemby to record 12 or more blocks during any game next season. Let's go ahead and stay with you, Rudy. You brought it up. It's set at a plus 900. You taking that?
Yeah, I mean, 82 game season. I'm definitely taking the 12 plus block. We saw, it's going to happen. It may happen within the first 10 games of the season easily. Yeah. So I would worry more if the NBA season's going and the most he's got is like 7-8 blocks in one game, and we're at game 65, 66. And I'd be like, okay, this might have been a good bet, but the 12 plus blocks at plus 900, I think, is what FanDuel is giving. Yeah, man, you lay the money on that. That's easy money for me.
All right, Jack, I'm going to throw you a bonus one for you. See what your thoughts on this. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll go with that one. FanDuel has Wemby to record 10 or more made threes next season set at plus 2,200. You got scared money on that?
Nah, I mean, I think Wemby is going to have a night this year where he just goes off from three. I really do think that's going to happen. I think Wemby is a much better three-point shooter than, we saw over the time of his first season. So yeah, I would put a little something on that. I think there's definitely going to be one of those nights where they have no one that can guard him on the perimeter. They only have a center that is their best matchup for Wemby, and he's just going to be able to roast them from the outside. So yeah, I would put some money on 10 threes. I mean, that is a lot of threes, but if we're thinking Wemby's going to get a 60-point game, I mean, a lot of that's probably going to have to come from the three. So yeah, I would say that Wemby gets a 10 3-point night made game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely see that in fruition.
Yeah. Dare I say he might be one of the better 3-point shooters on this roster so far?
Oh, easily. Yeah. Probably slate him right in there at third easily.
Yeah,
fourth,
exactly.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. The rumor is that Jack once made 15 threes in a game. You buying that, Rudy? I'm not buying it.
You're not buying it?
I'm not buying it.
I'll buy it. I'm
not buying
it.
I'll buy that. Let's find out. Let's find out. Jack, did you ever hit 15 or more threes in a game?
15. I've definitely hit double digit, but I don't know if I've hit 15. That's a lot of threes.
I would have won.
I know I was in a men's league once.
Yeah.
And I think we only had 5 guys, so I was just shooting the ball basically every time. I think I had like 40 or 50 points in that game, and I don't.
Oh, yes, 40 or 50.
I don't keep track of how many threes I made, but it was it could have been around 15.
What do the kids say, Rudy? No pick, proof or no pick? What is it? What they say?
No. What is it? No
pick or it didn't happen. That's what.
Yeah, pick or it didn't happen. In this case, video or it didn't happen, Jack. I'm not buying that.
Well, I mean, back when I played at St. Gregory's in middle school, I recorded the record there for rebounds, but again, back then they didn't have cell phones or anything, so nothing could be recorded. So that's like my only true to fame there. The most points I've ever scored is 20 in a game, and that was by pure luck, I think. I don't even remember that game, to be honest with you, so it may not have ever happened, but it is recorded somewhere.
Did Jack, did you hold up a piece of paper that said 40 on it?
No. I was exhausted.
Hey, Jack, what would push you to really have to say, okay, I gotta send a message back? What would it take?
Oh, well, I was in a men's league over the summer, and my brother was going, he stole the ball from this guy, and he was going to try and go for like a fast break. He's probably going to try and dunk it. And this guy that he stole it from just came up and straight tackled him from behind.
Yeah.
So that obviously, like, that's my younger brother. So that got my blood boiling, and I ran up and I shoved that guy got up and I shoved him back to the ground, and yeah, we almost got in a big fight in that game. Almost got the game called, but yeah, it's just stuff like that. I mean, usually I like to talk smack. You talk smack to me. That's perfectly fine. It's going to take a lot for some sort of physical altercation from me because I want to be in the game so I can continue to cook you. I mean, if you're talking smack, then I'm doing something right. So I want to continue to do that, and I love to get under people's skin, get in their head, mess with their game like that. So I'm more of I play the mental rather than the physical game.
Now, Jack Thompson right below me there. Make sure to follow my next at Jack_Thompson33. Shout out Tanjiro as well, and the Three Goggles as well. And great shirt. Don't be surprised, Rudy, if one day you walk to your office there and that Demon Slayer thing is gone, because Jack might have it. Be the next round table, you see Jack with it behind you. Like, hey, that looks familiar.
Dude, that's a sick piece. I totally would have got that too.
All right, Rudy Campos on X at Sweep the League. What's going on with Sweep, buddy?
It's football season, so you have myself and Coach Gio arguing left and right when it comes to college football, NFL, and it's just bad fights. But we have fun every single night. It's Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Monday and Wednesdays, we try to run a rebroadcast. If not, we go live during the afternoon. So just catch us on YouTube. It's at Sweep the League TV.
Next, see if Jack wants to join you guys, man. I think Jack
I'm down with that.
Talk NFL.
Yeah,
NFL,
especially with Derek. When Derek Gervin starts talking basketball, it's like that's the whole show right there. Everybody logs in when Derek, to talk basketball. So, we definitely get Jack. I got to reach out to Jack so we can get him on there.
Again, he is Rudy Campos. Right below me is Jack Thompson. They show you their X handles. You can follow me on X as well. Jeff G Spurs Zone. We'll be back Monday. Guess what, everybody? It looks like we might be back to 5 a week. Good Lord, that's a sign. The NBA season is right around the corner. So that's coming up soon. So follow us on the Locked On Spurs YouTube page or subscribe at iTunes, Spotify, Ken's 5 Plus app. And Locked On Sports Today 24/7 streaming channel only on the Locked On NBA or just the Locked On Network and on YouTube as well. Go subscribe to that right now. So for Mr. Jack Thompson and Rudy Campos, I am Jeff Garcia. We're going to put a lock on this episode of Locked On Spurs.